For All News 8's Danny Carlson spent the day at the Ford International Airport, where flights from the East Coast were arriving on schedule for the most part here. She spoke with someone who went through that earthquake firsthand, and Danny joins us from the live desk.
Brian, first of all, we got dozens of emails from you guys in West Michigan saying that you felt the quake as far away as here. And right here in the Wood TV studios, here in the newsroom, people felt it even here at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. But no matter how many tremors or shock waves we felt here in West Michigan, they were nothing, we found out, compared to people who were a lot closer to the center of the quake. Susan Hayden was at Baltimore's airport waiting to catch a plane to Grand Rapids. She says she'd heard a different part of the airport had been evacuated because of a suspicious package when all of a sudden the earth started to move.
We thought that it was the plane pulling in because the ground started shaking, and so then it just kept getting worse and worse, and then everybody got up and started running, and we thought it was a bomb. Ceiling tiles fell down, and also like a liquid was falling out, and we don't know if it was condensation from the air conditioning or what it was, but then it still makes you think it's a bomb.
The 5.8 magnitude quake shook Virginia and could even be felt right here in West Michigan, more than 500 miles away. But why?
Underneath the East Coast, you've got bedrock all the way to here, basically, the same bedrock that's underneath us. And so when you get an earthquake, it transmits through that bedrock all the way to us. And
Geology professor Dr. Peter Wampler says this quake was not a typical one between two tectonic plates. He says basically today's happened because parts of one plate were adjusting. Quakes like today don't happen very frequently, and he says scientists don't really know why they happen when they do.
Does that mean that we could have an earthquake here in West Michigan tomorrow?
It's theoretically possible. There are some differences between here and where this earthquake occurred. This is on the edge of the Appalachian mountain range, and so there's a lot of sort of old fractures and old boundaries. And so those old boundaries will sometimes reactivate, like this in this case probably would happen.
Good news for us and for Hayden, who says she's just glad to be back on solid ground again.
As long as y'all don't have any volcanoes or anything like that, I'll be fine in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
The last time there was a major earthquake here in Michigan was back in 1994. That was a magnitude 3.5, which was about 500 times smaller than the one felt in Virginia today. At the live desk tonight, Danny Carlson, 24 Hour News 8.